Hello, everybody out there. This is Kathy Bukowski, the owner of CB Health Insurance, and we are live right now on a Thursday. And I am coming to you from my living room. I'm actually going to be answering questions that we are getting quite often. Our office has developed a frequently asked questions document that you can request by emailing us at info@cbhealthinsurance.com. But I thought I would take a few of our questions that are coming in regularly to our office as people turn 65 and are trying to figure out this Medicare thing. What do I do? When do I sign up? All that fun stuff. So one of the first questions, and then I'll be monitoring the other questions that we get as we do this live. And we are planning on doing this often. So hopefully you can join us and ask your own questions. So today's questions: when can I get started? So a lot of people are turning 65 over the next 6 months to a year. They're looking for information. They're going to YouTube, they're watching videos, and they're calling our office. And sometimes 6 months in advance, sometimes a year in advance. And what I tell them is, it's great that you get information, but you actually can't enroll in Medicare until 3 months before your birthday month. So if somebody called our office and said they were told by somebody 6 months before I turned 65, I can enroll. And I said, nope. It is a 7-month window, 3 months prior and 3 months after your birthday month, but you cannot enroll until 3 months prior. So if you try to go online, I've had people do that, they'll reject you. They're not going to allow you that, or they'll say call back if you call them to ask about that. So that's the first thing. And the second thing people ask is, can I start shopping? Can you get me quotes? And the problem with doing this, we give an estimate of approximately what it is, and you can watch some of our videos talk about how much does Medicare cost. So Medicare is a fixed cost, and that's a piece of it. But if I do a supplement, what is the cost? And we cover that a little bit. And what is a drug cover? How much does drug coverage cost? So, there are different plans out there, but Medicare is a fixed cost. And we did do a number of videos on that. Most people pay the standard premium. And for 2021, Part B premium is $148.50. So if you're below a certain income level, you're not going to pay any extra premium, which is called IRMA. People that make more money pay more for Medicare. So as far as if you know for a fact you want to buy a supplement, supplements are based on your age and your zip code. They're going to be based on smoker, non-smoker. They're going to be based on, they can even give discounts for husband and wife, or 2 people in a household discount. And the problem with doing it too far in advance is that you'll have to do it again because rates change. And to give you an example, we're licensed with half a dozen or more than half a dozen, maybe a dozen different companies out there. And we saw rate changes. And oh, by the way, who's the cheapest? It varies based on all these factors, and all of these insurance companies, they want you to buy a policy with them. So once a year, they all change their rates. Well, one of the nationwide carriers a couple years ago used to change their rates on January. Well, now they're changing them on April. Last year, they changed it in April. This year, they changed it in June in the state of Illinois. And I don't know if they're trying to see what everybody else is doing. So this year alone, we had carriers change rates March, April, May, June, July. And one of the carriers even changed the household discount and how much they can discount if a couple buys together. So if you did it today or if you did it a year from now, it's going to be 2 different companies. Why is this important? To get quotes close to when you're enrolling. Probably, I would say, go enroll in Medicare first. Little research, quotes in that order, because one, you can't enroll in a supplement or drug coverage until you get your Medicare card. And oh, by the way, they usually don't give that to you over the phone if you call Social Security office. So that's a problem. We had one individual who was having a hard time with her online account and had called security multiple times trying to get the password reset. And after hours of conversations, a lot of frustration, and just saying, finally somebody said, you know what, we'll make a phone appointment and enroll you. But it was about a week before she was eligible. And so it was the end of her, it was right before her eligibility. And they said, well, 7 to 10 business days, you'll get your card in the mail, except she was losing group coverage and she needed everything to be effective. And we can't submit an application for drug coverage until she has her Medicare card. Our office has tried to do this in the past where we put applied for on the application for the Social Security office, and it's backfired on us. We had one individual who they said, submit this application. It was delayed and delayed. He had a couple of circumstances, was going through a divorce, and long story short, didn't get that Medicare number in time, and they rejected his app and didn't enroll him. And we had to fight to get it back for months. So that you don't want to wait to the last minute to enroll. So the first question on our frequently asked questions is, when can I get started? If your birthday month is whatever your birthday month is, 3 months prior is when you can enroll. The only exception is if your birthday falls on the first of the month. Then your eligibility for Medicare is going to be a month prior. So if your birthday falls on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, any other day, you're eligible the first of the month. If your birthday's on the first of the month, you're eligible the month prior. So, and your 3 months begins, so it's 4 months before your birthday that you can actually sign up. When to shop for a plan? Wait until you're ready to enroll, because the plans will change, the premiums will change, and those individuals, if you do it too far in advance, everything changes. All the carriers change their rates. The other reason why you want to get Medicare supplement quotes close to when you enroll is when you're age 65, in your initial enrollment, you have what we call a guaranteed issue period. You can buy a Medicare supplement policy with any insurance company, no questions asked. Okay? So it behooves you to find the lowest rate with the best company. Now you want to deal with an A-rated company, a company that has very financially strong ratings, that have been doing this a long time, that have been in business a long time, that you're familiar with, okay? And I don't want to say fly-by-night companies, but that have solid, strong ratings. Also, after you get your quotes, like I said, the rates do change over time. Once you enroll in a policy, if you wanted to shop the following year or 5 years from now, you can absolutely do that. But remember, it is not going to be guaranteed issue. So if your health changes over time and now you want to shop and buy a different priced plan because somebody came to the marketplace and they have a much lower premium, you will most likely have to answer medical questions and go through underwriting. And it is not guaranteed that they have to say that policy. So a lot of people that we just enrolled somebody in our client of ours who signed up, turned 65, signed up for Medicare, bought a supplement and a drug card. And she said, so every year during the annual open enrollment, I can shop. On a supplement, you can shop anytime. You don't have to wait to the annual open enrollment. So if you shop, you can shop in June if you wanted to. But again, outside of that annual open enrollment, and all of these carriers that change their rates every year are usually within a couple of dollars of each other. So it's almost not even worth it to go through underwriting to do an application and save a couple of dollars. But it does behoove you on the front end to make sure that you are getting the best rate with a good company, stable rate increases over time that has a very competitive and a large market share in this marketplace. So at the time you enroll, buy the best supplement you can buy. Chances are you don't need to shop every year. We have lots of clients who on an annual basis just pay the rate increase. The only time we get phone calls is if there was a big bump. If there's a big bump, we'll go out and shop the marketplace. And honestly, they're all so close that the couple of times that we've given people rate, here's a cheaper plan, let's go move to them, they haven't done it because it's only a couple of dollars. So the drug coverage is a little bit different, and that is something that you can shop every year. So in the fall, the annual open enrollment begins October 15th through December 7th. That is for Medicare products. So what's a Medicare product? Medicare drug coverage, Part D, right? And Medicare Advantage. So if you're in a supplement and a drug card, you can shop your drug card and see if there's another one. Now, how are you going to know it's the annual open enrollment? Because the insurance company you're enrolled with will mail you information on the new drug card. Every year they change it a little bit. They change the rates a couple of dollars. They change the copays here and there. And you can shop if you want. 9 times out of 10, the drug coverage that you have is just fine. There's not a big need to change. Again, unless there's a big rate increase, or if your medication and your drug list has changed greatly. If in the course of the year something happened, you had a health condition, you were hospitalized, you got diagnosed with cancer, you're going through some sort of other major health condition, and now you're on a lot of medication, so everything changed, then it would make sense to shop and take a look and see if you've got the best drug card out there. We did have a client that was signed up for Part D a year ago, right during COVID, and she had taken no medication. So we gave her a drug card that with low copays, waived the deductible for generics in case she did get prescribed something. And then we made sure she can go to the pharmacy of her choice, whether that's CVS, Walgreens, whatever. And a month after she had enrolled, she ended up in the hospital. And she's on medications probably for the rest of her life. They're not super severe. But nonetheless, she said, I think I should look at my drug coverage. The drugs were covered under her current card. But come the fall, we did shop around. Long story short, she ended up keeping her card. So once a year in the fall, you can shop for new drug coverage. That's probably not the best time to shop for a supplement. The end of the year for insurance agents, for the insurance companies, are the busiest time. Insurance companies take a much longer time to process applications. If you are not in a guaranteed issue situation, in other words, you have to go through underwriting, I would do that after the annual open enrollment, because this annual open enrollment is this 7-week period, and you have this one shot to change your Medicare product. That's the drug card or the Medicare Advantage. The supplement you can change anytime. So if you call our office and want to shop for a supplement, I'll usually tell you, can we talk in January? Because, oh, by the way, it doesn't make sense to shop at the end of the year, because guess when insurance companies change their rates. February, March, April, May, June, July. And if you move, some companies will pass along that rate increase a couple of months later. So you save some money and then you're getting a rate increase. Makes no sense. So those are the questions we wanted to cover on today's live. I did have a question. I think I covered that. When to get started? Can I shop every year? And then if I'm new to Medicare, do I call your office every year during the open enrollment? And the answer is only if you need to shop. If your drug card is working and your medications haven't changed, there's really no need to shop. Also, if you are in a supplement and you want to keep a supplement, the best time to shop is probably in the spring. Wait till all the carriers have their rate increases, which is always in the spring, most of the time. They keep changing it every year. So that's what we're covering today. I hope that this was helpful to you. For those of you joining live, we're going to post this video so that you can watch it in the future. And each week we're going to be taking more frequently asked questions from clients that call our office. So I'm taking this right from people that have done business with us. Hope you're having a great day and take care. Thanks for joining us. Oops. Come on.